Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe Showcase video. Today we're going to be talking about Nekros, who is all about necromancy, and he is one of your go-to frames if you want to farm. Very good Warframe. Like I said, for farming. You can use him as a support. You can also use him to divert aggro, but mainly his whole thing is to farm. Um, really fun Warframe. If you're into like necromancer type stuff, he's all about that life. And yeah, we're gonna go over his abilities. And yeah, right now I'm using Nekros Prime. So as always, I'm gonna go over the stat differences between Nekros and Nekros Prime. Primes do have slight buffs to their numbers, and they come with additional polarities. So yeah, where is Nekros in this? Right here. Okay, so comparing Nekros to Nekros Prime, base health stays the same at 270. The shield goes up from 235 to 455. Armor goes up from 105 to 135. Energy goes up from 100 to 140, and he has a sprint speed of 1.1. Pretty average on the speed. Really fun Warframe, definitely worth checking out. If you want to farm him, if I'm not mistaken, you have to fight Lephantis on Deimos Derelict missions. So yeah, definitely a frame worth getting, especially if you're like early on in the game. Very handy, especially if you have like a resource boost or whatever. Really fun stuff. Okay, ignore this loadout. I'm just messing around with some things right now. But yeah, let's go over his abilities. So his passive, essentially what he does is with every enemy death within, I believe, 10 meters, he will restore 5 health, which will pair really well with his third if you have an augment, but we'll go into that in a bit. So going over his first ability is Soul Punch. Essentially what this does is what it says. You knock the soul out of someone, dealing damage to them. If they are below 25 health, it will kill them instantly and turn them into a one of your shadows. It's pretty much what that ability does. Pretty cool. It can also heal your fourth, your shadows. It's also good for healing your fourth. Anyways, going on a Terrify, which is actually a really fun ability and is really good for armor reduction. Essentially, what this does, if you are surrounded or if you're trying to protect the point, you cast this. Now, this does have line of sight, and any enemy within your vicinity, within the set range, within line of sight, will run away and have their armor reduced. There is an augment called Creeping Terrify, where if you summon it, you enemies running away from you will be slowed and will have armor reduction. So really good ability for if you're trying to protect the point or if you're surrounded. This is a good ability to kind of keep enemies away from you. Enemies will run away. Going over your Desecrate. This third ability, essentially what you do is within a set range, you desecrate the bodies of the dead, and you are making them drop extra loot. Um, what else can I say about that? Without the augment, because I think it's called the spoil. Without the augment, you will drain energy, so just keep that in mind. It will be very energy intense, and there's an augment called Despoil, which will drain your health instead of energy, which pairs really well with his passive. Plus Nekros with his passive drops a lot of health like everywhere. So just keep that in mind. And then going over your fourth ability. Fourth ability, you summon what is it, 7, 8 shadows of the enemies you've killed, and it'll always pick the strongest of the bunch. And what will happen is they will divert aggro from you or whatever you're trying to defend, and they will deal out a small amount of damage. I don't think they're really that good in terms of like the ability by itself, but I think with time, as you get better builds, it can come useful. The way I use it is to kind of just divert aggro from whatever I'm trying to defend, like a mobile defense or a defense target or something, and it's good for just spreading out the aggro so people can do more, Which really good Warframe, highly recommend it. And we're gonna go over his base abilities separately. Keep in mind these are base abilities at max rank. This is just to showcase the abilities individually. And then later on when we get into the live demonstration, we will show you how everything kind of just pairs up. Okay, so right now we are going to go with a Grenier. We are going to scale these down to level 30. So just a heads up, enemies at level 30 won't always die to Soul Punch. So here's what's up. Here's what it looks like when you do it. You knock the soul like out of him. From a different perspective, you literally just you can see the soul coming out from behind him. And it really just messes him up. Right now he's like below 50 health, so you hit him again, gone. Turns into a shadow. Hit him again. Oh, not that one. Hit that one again, gone. Shadow. Pretty cool stuff. If you're good at watching enemies' health and everything, it can be good, like a solid one shot for enemies below 25% health. Okay. Now we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go invincible. I'm gonna unpause the enemies. So let's say you are surrounded. You basically do this, and boom, they have their armor reduced and they're running away. And the effect lasts around 20 seconds, more or less. And yeah, that's pretty much what it does. They all run away from you. Well, they run from where the cast is. Sorry. If you really want to strip their armor, you cast it again, and boom, enemy's armor stripped. Pretty good. Let me just knock out these guys. Show you that. So I cast the third. Showing you the third. Normally, yeah, it'll drop additional loot when they die. It will consume your energy per body desecrated. So there's that. Oh God. Another thing to note, if you are using a slash heavy weapon, just like you saw right now, the butcher, if you cut someone in half, that other half counts as a separate body and you can get extra loot, you know? So it's good to bring like something slash heavy so you can dismember the bodies. And yeah. And then I think we cleared everyone out. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna simulate them again, and I'm gonna cast my fourth ability so you can see what it does. So it spawns up to like 7 enemies that are like your strongest, and they'll fight for you, and as they will deal damage. And then, like I said, it's good for diverting aggro, it's good for doing all that stuff. Yeah, if you want to replenish your health, you just recast your ability, which I don't have energy for that. And if you lose some, you can cast some new ones, and it'll make them all regroup with you. So you can have like a little mini squadron at your side. Usually they will follow you. If you like moving around and stuff, they will try and follow you and keep up with you. But they do get far. And if you don't like replenish your health, they will die on their own. And yeah, that's pretty much what that does. Those are his abilities. And let's get into modding him for if you were a beginner or you're someone looking for a better build for Nekros. So quick disclaimers: auras, if you don't have any, you can keep it out for Nora's Nightwave. She does have some every week when her shop refreshes. Any sort of prime mods, you can use a base mods. You got to keep it out for Barocketeer. And if I use any sort of set mods, they are usually found in Cetus, Fortuna, and Deimos. And if I'm using any sort of corrupted mod, you can farm those in the Deimos Derelict vaults, which, by the way, you need to be a part of a clan, and you should be able to buy the hollow keys and build them. So yeah, so I'm gonna go for a general purpose build. I'm not gonna go for a specific build. We'll go into that on mine, and we are going to see how to approach. So as a beginner player or someone who's looking for a better, who's like you're in the middle of the game, you just got Nekros on your journey. You're not like quite at the late game. Starting off with the augment, you gotta look up here. This is a dash polarity. So I am gonna want to go with Energy Siphon just because he is intense on energy. You can either go with this or you can go with Dreamer's Bond. It don't really matter. Or if you want like more like armor strip, or you can go with corrosive projection. But usually just I go with energy. I'm going with Dreamer's Bond here. And let's say for how I would want to mod him for a general purpose build, I'm gonna go with Flow for more energy since he does use a lot of energy. Gonna want to go with Vigor for more health and shields. I'm gonna want to go with Continuity for more duration. Throw on some Intensify for strength. That should cover the ability mods. I think we can throw in some stretch for some range. Range would be really good with Nekros, just because of his third. Where is stretch? Right here. So we'll throw that on there. And then what else can we do? We'll throw in a corrupted mod. Trying to figure out what to throw on there. We'll go for strength. Yeah, we'll go for strength. Where is it? I'll throw on some transient fortitude just to offset the duration. The strength does increase the armor, so like if you have a good strength, you can completely armor strip with Terrify. Um, what else can we do here? We could throw on some efficiency. No, do we want to do that? No. That basically covers up what you want to do. You got the health, you got the power stuff. Anything else you want to do, you can do it on your own. Um, Trying to figure out what to do here. I'll do this for more range. And then we have 10. I'm trying to put my mindset as if I was like a new player. Like, what would I go for? Or like someone who's like in the middle of the game who just unlocked Nekros. Mm, kind of want something with efficiency. I'm not gonna lie. Uh, Give me 1 second. I'm looking for efficiency. Nope. Nope. Okay, it has to be like up here somewhere. Yeah, okay, so this is a mod that you get after the new war. In those the content island things. So this is more like late game, but like this will help out with that. Okay, so we got this done. And now to show off the abilities. Um Real quick, I'm gonna pause the AI. Okay, so it's gonna be Soul Punch. Oop, let me go get energy. Okay, so we'll Soul Punch over here. Deals more damage, messes them up. She turned into a shadow now. There's that. Okay, I'm gonna cast my second ability. I wonder if they'll move. I doubt they will, but yeah. Cast my second ability. Armor completely stripped because of the strength. There's that. I'm showing off the third ability. If you run low on energy, it will turn off on its own, so just keep that in mind. There you go. Pretty much all the loot that's dropping. Okay. These guys are about to time out. So now I'm gonna spawn them in again. I'm gonna summon my fourth. You summon guys to fight alongside you, but they're paused, so I'm just gonna activate them. I'm gonna unpause them real quick. There you go. Oh, they're not moving. That one is kind of. Okay, yeah, these guys are messed up. You'll see more of how I play later on. We're gonna go into live demonstration right now. Let me just double check that everyone is gone. And we are good. Alright, so we're gonna go with that. I'm gonna transition real quick to my ship. I'm gonna get the stuff that I need on, and I will run down the difference between what I'm running and all that stuff. So yeah, we forgot one. Okay, I'll be back. Alright, so we're back on my ship. I got everything loaded up. We're just gonna go over my build real quick. It is kind of weird, but it works for me, and that's all that matters. So here's what we're doing. So I'm running an energy siphon for energy, like passive energy regeneration. I'm running vigor for health and shield, for some more survivability. I'm running umbral vitality, which is weird. I would add normal vitality, but I don't think I have that fully maxed. I do have it. Must swap that out. Is it more? Yeah, more. I'm gonna swap this out real quick. So I'm adding vitality for more health. I am using overextender for range, cunning drift for range, auger reach for range, stretch for range, and I'm running despoil. This build is just for the third. I don't really care much about strength, and I'm running flow for energy just so I can keep my fourth up. As far as augments go, I'm running multi-efficiency to gain 36% more duration. And I'm running arcane rage, which is a weird one because I can't find something else to do. On this one, if I score a headshot, I could have a 15% chance of dealing more damage on my primary weapon. So this is just like a placeholder, but this is what I'm going to run with for now because I'm trying to look for something better to suit this playstyle. So yeah, we're not going to go into a cutscene. We're not going to go into anything like that. We're just going to figure out what we're going to do now. It is for farming. Let me make a party real quick because I'm going to keep it in public. Give me 1 second. Okay, if I sound different it's because I made a party, but here goes nothing. So what can we do with Nekros? Is there anything good? Mobile defense? Yes, this might be good. Anything else? Yeah, we'll do a mobile defense on this. Okay, so what are we going to do? For those of you who don't know, I sold like almost everything that I had prime for Barrow for Tenocon. So I really have stuff to like farm up again. I'll go with this, why not? So the whole point is to show off how like his ability synergize and how you can protect the objectives and stuff. Because we don't have a lot of strength, they're gonna knock out a lot of my shadows real quick. And I'm not really too keen. Like I like the energy,
This is a mobile defense mission.
I like the what's it called?
Payloads and defend a number of
The
the
the armor strip, but with how often I cast My second ability, the armor will be stripped. What little armor these do you guys have?
This will only get more difficult. Get to a terminal and prepare for enemy resistance.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really also. I'm not saying you can use Soul Punch, but Soul Punch isn't really much of an ability you can use. I mean, you can, but when I'm running like low strength, it's kind of pointless. So now we gotta defend the point. I'm gonna cast my shadows. And there you go. They're gonna divert aggro. They might try and fight alongside me, but they're gonna do their own thing, which is something I like about them. They're not like they'll follow you around and be in your general vicinity, or like being like your Tausa, but they'll wander off and do their own thing. If you wanna regroup them and replenish your health, you just recast it and boom. Also, I'm running my Sunic Akubro because there's there's a mod that has a percent chance to to double your loot. Plus they happen to get a cache, so I have like more. I have like every booster on right now. Like I have a resource drop chance. I have a resource booster and an affinity and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's friendly.
Area completed. Move on.
I did have one that's Keeping Terrified that's modded for armor strip, but I didn't use that one as much just because this is my farming one, which as you can hear is just going off. So enemies are down. Call this in. There you go. I have mixed feelings for the Incarnate for the Gorgon, but I mean, it's alright. I missed. Yeah, and if you're a new player, you see a Nekros, stick with him. Be mindful of the loot. Nullifiers will obviously undo your despoil or your desecrate, so yeah. And what else? No, usually a yappy run, I don't have much to say. How've y'all been? I know it's been a minute. I did have more videos planned throughout last week, the week before, but I've been so caught up with just stuff going on in my personal life that I haven't had a chance to upload. Yeah. Positive note though, I started seeking therapy because I had a little bit of an incident in my personal life that made me realize like I need to fix something, so I'm doing that. Bit of advice for those of you watching if you made it this far, you're just kind of just chilling. Don't be afraid to get help. If you really need it, if you're going through some heavy stuff and you just can't figure it out, you need answers, dude, go seek help. If you have health insurance, go see what people accept insurance and see what the prices is. Me, luckily where I work, I basically pay almost nothing for my therapy. For my first 6 sessions free and everything, but it's super good. I love it. Yeah, I hate that it got to a point to where I had to like seek therapy, but I'm glad I realized it now than later on, because I would have lost something good if I didn't see it then and there, you know. That's another thing about life, man. It's all about growing, being a better person. I know with a bunch of stuff and the way the world is and relationships and um, kind of just quality of people out there now, it's hard to stay motivated and stuff. But just do you. Do what makes you happy. Chill, have fun, and if you're in a relationship,
The
best thing I
odds were
can tell
against
you,
us,
best advice I can give you
but we did it. Mission
is
complete.
try to learn to still be independent from that person, because you know the last thing you want is to um, rely on them for like your security and stuff, because then you're just gonna lose yourself, you know. That's something I learned. That's something I learned along life, and I had to learn that the hard way, which sucks. But I mean, always strive to be the better you. Anyways, with that being said, if you made it this far in the video, I hope you all like it. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of the video, and let me know how I'm doing in the series so far. You enjoying it? Does my voice soothe you to sleep? I don't know. I've been told that by some people. But yeah, catch you later. Peace. Oh yeah, I have two of these. Another one won't hurt. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna let you all go after this drop ship leaves. Have a good week.